So I tried this Osmo Action 4 earlier today at my house, just walking around the neighborhood, and it looks really nice. All right, we got deer. Using a new camera, I've got the DJI Osmo Action 4. Now, a couple days ago I bought the Osmo Action 3 because it was $100 cheaper, but I'm not real happy with the way the sharpness looks. A lot of the cameras, the Action 3s, came out with a problem with the lens where things weren't in focus. So DJI fixed it with some software in the firmware, and that's just not the way to do it. I don't think my camera has that lens problem. I feel like I'm getting an extra sharpened picture when I don't need it, and I can really see the artifacts from it. So I'm trying the Action 4. I already took it for a walk around the neighborhood today when I got it, and it looks a lot better. A lot better, and you can adjust the sharpness. I didn't like the stabilization in the shade or in slightly dark areas with the Osmo 3. It was really bad. I'm not sure if that camera has the same adjustment, but this one has an enhancement for stabilization and low light. And I'm going to need that. You know, I hike in the shade or hike in the mornings or in the evenings, and this camera also has a bigger sensor. I did some side-by-side comparisons this morning with the Osmo 3 and the Osmo 4, and this one mainly just the sharpness is better. Picture quality is better, especially at medium distances. You look at bushes, and on the Osmo 3 they're just kind of blurred out and over sharpened, kind of blocky looking. Got a bridge. Nice. This is where I ended my nature hike, so this is going to be pretty much the start of today's hike. I'm going up the mountain here. I'm going to go up some switchbacks. Should be really nice. Hopefully we're getting good stabilization here. So this is a hike and also a camera test. A little obstacle course here. A lot of people say it's not worth it if you already own an Osmo 3 to get the Osmo 4, and that may be true depending on how you use it. But for me, better low light quality, better low light stabilization, and the ability to turn on or off or adjust the sharpness, that's worth the extra $100. In my opinion, the Action 4 is better. Now the color's different. I'm shooting in a flat mode. It's called D-Log, I think. And the Action 3 had the same thing, but it still added a lot of color. This D-Log on this Action 4 is a lot flatter, so I'll definitely have to do some color grading, color correction before I release any video. But that's how I want it. Might try a variety of settings today while I'm out here. Switching back. Now it's not dark here by any means. I'm just in the shade, and hope I'm getting good stabilization. I didn't on the 3. I think it was darker than this, but I just saw problems ahead with that. This camera has a bigger sensor, which means it should have a little bit better picture reproduction, sharpness, etc. And it does better in low light as well, which will be fun to test tonight. Yeah, making our way up pretty quick here. That's nice back here, man. Let's take a look here. You see the switchbacks. I'm going up there. I'm heading towards the bottom of the screen. I There we go, looks like we're at the top. All right, going up a little more. All right. I'm going to switch color modes now. I just switched to regular color mode from the D-Log, so this footage is going to come out colorful rather than flat, and we'll see how that works. I'll most likely end up adjusting the colors of this as well in Adobe Premiere when I'm editing the video, but we'll just see. I mean, I just watched a video before I left, and a girl was saying that, you know, you can use the auto color on this camera because it does a good job and it's not oversaturated, so you can make adjustments to it. So we'll see how that goes. Compare that with shooting in D-Log or flat mode. This is not a paid promotion video. I paid for both of these cameras, and I'm going to send back most likely the Action 3 and keep the 4. But I figured I might as well do some comparisons and maybe make a video out of it too, since I have both cameras. I'm not being paid to do this stuff. This is just my opinion, my money.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good, man. I'm also going to take this camera out tonight and do some night recording. Probably take it to a couple of local malls and you know, parking lots, and see how the camera does in low light, because it's supposed to be one of its special features. It's got the bigger sensor. Well, here it comes down to the road. Here it comes. Maybe they're fighting, I don't know. Holding the camera on my dash. Alright, I just lowered the ISO to 3200 from 64. Doesn't look any difference on the screen, so. Alright, it's a couple days later and I'm repeating the same hike I did earlier in this video. I just never really did a proper ending. First of all, how about those night shots, man? They look pretty good depending on the settings and how fast I was driving by and stuff like that. Big difference between 30 and 24 frames a second, of course. It actually did good in the dark with both the D-Log and the regular color settings. And very little noise in all of those images, if any. I mean, pretty remarkable. I'll put the settings I use for those night shots in the description for this video. Now, one thing about the regular color, I commented about it being too sharp, and it was, but you can still adjust the sharpness settings. You know what, let's try it again right now. Okay, here I am shooting now in normal color, not regular. It's called normal color, okay. I turned the sharpness down to -2. You can go from -2 all the way up to +2 with the sharpness. And you can also adjust noise reduction. I think I have that set to 0. Otherwise, we're at 4K, 60 frames a second. And let's see how the color and the sharpness do in this video. I'm in a shady area here. I didn't want to give the impression that people that don't know how to color edit their videos shouldn't buy this camera. So I want to give normal color a fair shot. Ooh, heads up. And it might work different in different environments as well. I've seen it used on YouTube in like city environments, and I don't know, the video looked okay. So like I said, let's give it a shot. But I'm always going to use D-Log, the flat color setting, because it's just what I prefer to do. I'm also using a windscreen. I bought a windscreen for this camera. It's a, well, I'll show you a picture of it. It's a foam encasement, basically, that covers all the microphones. And we'll see how that works. It's not windy right here. I'm not sure if I really showed enough comparisons between the Action 3 and the Action 4. I did compare it to my old GoPro 7, and the GoPro 7 actually looked better than the Osmo 3. Okay, back to D-Log. All right, we're back at D-Log flat color. I haven't played with the settings all that much in this camera. So like those night shots I did, you know, you might be able to do better with different settings. I don't know, I think it looked pretty damn good, especially the flat color once I color corrected it a little bit. And I'm no expert at color correcting yet. I mean, I think I do okay, but I'm always learning. Pointing into the sun, there's not a lot of screen glare like I've had in the past with my GoPro. Doesn't seem like it. The color's a little, you know, you gotta edit a little bit, but the color looks weird with the naked eye too. It's kind of fadey looking and not real contrasty, so I can clearly see the bushes and trees over there, so I'll try to edit this footage accordingly. So my final report here is that yes, I think the Osmo Action 4 is worth paying extra money for. If you already own the Action 3, and then I don't know, that's up to you. But it's definitely an upgrade. For me, I bought the Action 3, and then I bought the Action 4 in time to return the Action 3 to get my money back. So if you have that option, I definitely recommend the Action 4. Anyways, yeah, I've used them both side by side. The Action 4 is definitely better. Absolutely has a better picture quality and just has more features. I like the low light stabilization. I mean, it did really bad, the Action 3. Not even low light really, just in moderately shady spots I could see it. I don't understand that at all. Didn't always do it, but geez, I can't have that. This thing does much, much better in stabilization, and you also have the option to use enhanced, I think they call it low light stabilization. You can turn that on or off. You can adjust the sharpness. You can adjust the noise reduction, which is maybe more helpful at night or in darker areas. It's just an all-around better camera. And it doesn't have the lens focus problem or the automatic sharpening that the firmware added, I guess. I mean, just the picture difference is night and day. I already sent back the Action 3, so I can't record any more stuff. But that's my opinion. If you got to spend an extra $100 for the Action 4, it's well worth it, in my opinion. I'm totally glad I did. I would have been very unhappy with the Action 3. I mean, my old GoPro 7 had a better image than the Action 3. And what are they up to now? GoPro 12? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps some people make a decision. I'm not making any money on this video. I bought my cameras with my own money. This is just my honest opinion. And you'll be seeing a lot more of this camera being used by me from now on. All right, take it easy and go play outside.